I gotta share with you the most incredible story that happened to me today. See, this was supposed to be a simple fly into New York, take my son to camp, and everything then fell apart. Let me tell you what happened. Last night, I had a plan. I was supposed to fly Tuesday night to New York, take my son Ellie to sleepaway camp. Schedule was tight, so I was supposed to arrive late last night, sleep in Brooklyn, take him to the camp bus at 11 a.m., and then fly back to Miami in a 5 p.m. flight this afternoon. See, the bus leaves from Brooklyn and takes about 2.5 hours to camp to upstate New York. Then everything started falling apart. What happened? First, my flight got canceled. No, first it got delayed, then it got canceled. So I called Delta. The only option was a flight the next morning, first at 7 a.m. So they put me on a 7 a.m. flight. Okay, so I can still make the bus. Then, nope, it got pushed up to 9 a.m. So I'll be landing at noon. An hour after the bus has already left. Suddenly, my whole plan made no sense. Why? Because I only had 5 hours at that time to be in New York. I couldn't drive him. There was no return flights until Friday. So even if I push off my flight, I couldn't get back till Friday. Even a backup plan involving a relative was complicated, nothing worked. So this morning, while standing in line at Miami Airport, getting onto the Delta flight, unsure what to do, I met someone I knew a little from Miami Beach. He had also been on a different flight that got canceled, and we both ended up rebooked on the same one. And now we're standing together, and I'm standing next to him in line. And I shared my dilemma. I had no way to get my son either to camp or make the flight. The whole thing wasn't working. So he asked me where the camp was, and I told him. And he said, "You won't believe this. My wife and I rented a house right near there for the summer." Then he added, "I'll be happy to take your son with us. When we land in New York, we're going to go out of the airport, we're going to rent a car and drive straight up to a house we're renting right next to your son's camp." I asked, "Are you sure?" He smiled and said, "Absolutely. I'm a teacher. I know how to handle kids." And just like that, when every plan I made failed, God stepped in. Now, instead of scrambling and stressing, how am I going to make the flight? How am I going to do this? I'm sitting calmly at the airport. You see, at the airport, for 3 hours to spare before my flight. My dear friends, maybe even a rabbi needs a reminder sometimes. We're not in control. God runs the world, and when we think our only options are either A or B or C, God says, "You know what? I got option D. Something better than you imagined." I came, my dear friends, I came to take my son today to camp and walked away with a powerful reminder that God never leaves us stranded. God bless you all.